Maybe. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Oh, man. Okay, well, whatever. Let me turn the music off because I think I'm the only one that can hear it right now. I don't even know. Turn it off. Shh. Oh my God. Monday, Monday. Oh. Oh, Monday morning couldn't guarantee that Monday evening you would still be here with me. Okay, that's what it was. Oh, those are the words. Okay. All right. Now it makes sense. Happy Monday to everybody. Don't do anything weird. It says I have to sign into chat. I'm scared. Is it going to be bad? Open in a web browser. All right, let me see. Oh, I just have a feeling. Everything I've tried to do, like technically, is not working. I just want you to know that. Nothing I'm doing is working. That doesn't even work. I don't even know what that is. Okay, fine. Anyway, good day. Good day, fine peoples. Good day, my friends. How are you? I'm having a Monday. I'm having a Monday that feels like a Monday. Ba-na-na-na-na. Monday morning couldn't guarantee that Monday evening you would still be here with me. It's a good song. It'd be a good song to like redo. Kind of, sort of. Anyway, yeah. I had some more energy yesterday, and I'm trying to think, what did I do different that I had energy? I don't really know. I don't know. I figured out this thing, like, I really love acai bowls. I know, I'm one of those people. Like, I don't like pumpkin spice lattes, but I'm probably equally annoying for the fact that I like acai bowls. By the way, this stream is a big fat fucking nothing, just so you know. Get ready for a few hours of nothing. I don't know. I really need to take a shower. I probably shouldn't stream before, like, I am cleaner. But whatever. It's not a beauty contest, is it? Maybe it is. Oh shit. By Monday evening, you would still be here with me. Actually, I really live for the niche of background noise because I think that is an underrated niche within the YouTube community. Now, I understand we've got ASMR, and those are like pro whispers. And I don't begrudge them their talents. But I'm saying you might just need stream of consciousness in your background so that you know, A, that nothing that's said, well, I mean, sometimes things that are said that are, you know, important. Usually it's when I'm reading chat. No, sometimes I say things I like. And then sometimes you want like the pros, but sometimes you just want that stream of consciousness. I don't know where I was going with that, but there I went. I'm going to put my feet up. Well, I should say my legs. This chair has this little like footrest thing that you can pull out, and so I pulled it out so I could put my legs on it. That's it. Crisscross applesauce on my chair. Anyway, yeah, this is not a stream. I really couldn't find anything worthwhile in terms of restreaming. So I just thought, well, maybe I'll just go through some bookmarks Maybe just catch up on the news because I haven't caught up on the news. You know, that kind of stuff. Or just sit here and just space out. I might do that too. Because you know what? There's not enough of that either. I mean, there is, but it's usually like accompanied by, I don't know what. But, yeah. I think it's time to start listening to more old music. Understood. I never saw you. I never saw you. Your secret is safe with me and 2 other viewers. That's okay. I'm not really here either. I'm just kidding. That's just me being dramatic. Sometimes I say things just because they are like the perfect dramatic response or stupid response. I mean, not perfect, but you know what I mean. They seem to fit really well. And then I'll just say them. But I don't really mean them. Although I'm not really here either. Hi, Badger. You're really here. Badger, Badger, Badger. I wonder why it's 3 badgers. What a long, strange trip the last few years have been. I don't think I would have ever expected this is where I would be right now, like in terms of all the dynamics. I don't know where I thought I'd be, by the way. I never gave much thought to that. Like, where am I going to be next? That's probably the problem. Yeah. Am I here if I have No, you're not. You basically, I'm 147th of your background. So no, I don't think that's statistically significant enough, Max, for you to be here. So you're safe. You're safe. You are marked safe from being at Lolo's Lounge today. Does anybody really know what time it is? Does anybody really care about time? I wish I could record the music with you guys on here. I suppose, I don't know. The problem, okay, I have a little bit of a problem. It's not a big problem at all. In fact, it's very tiny. But I have to record the song that really Oomph and I wrote, because Oomph wrote a lot of the lyrics, which are great. And so I need to record my parts, but that's on my Mac. And I'm just stupid to figure out how to do it on this other PC based thing. Anyway, it's a me problem, and I'll figure it out. But I really am anxious to do that. And I thought, wouldn't it be fun if I did the recording of the song on camera, and you could see me fuck up over and over again? Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be fun to watch someone fuck up over and over again? Like, I'll just provide Schadenfreude for people. I think that's a service. Full service lounge. Does anybody really know what time it is? I had a fucking... Oh, yeah, I had like, do not update your camera software right before you go live. Not a good idea. Oh, yeah, this is... Sorry. Sorry. Wait, this is not what I wanted. These are not the droids you're looking for. Oh, dang, man. That's really annoying. Oh, here we go. Properties, remove. Wait, where does it go? Transform. That's it. Nope, that's not it. Group. Nope, that's not it. What the? Does anybody really know what time it is? Does anybody really care about time? Ooh, can't imagine why. We've all got time enough to cry. Wow, you can't like move it to top like you can in OBS. It's very interesting trying to use OBS through Hootie Pop. Hold on, let me see what's going on. What do I have here? What do I have connected? Oh. Wait, what? Wait, what? Okay, nope, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Stop it. Oh, I know what happened. I restarted my computer. Do 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 do. Wait, what? Do do open. Oh, there we go. Sorry, 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 sorry. Sorry. No, really, I'm sorry. I kind of want to catch up on some cases. Let me see what I got in my primary sources. Well, let's pull up the master calendar. But then I want to pull up this fucking file that I had going that was really nice. Oh, here it is. Oh, yeah, I like that. I'm digging that. I am digging it. Which means I'm going to have to open it. Okay, it's fine. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Don't worry, darlings. I'll figure it out. There. Whoops. Why isn't it showing? Something's not right. What's wrong, baby? What's wrong, baby? What's wrong with you? Oh. Sorry. Sorry. Anyway, here. This is a nice fire by the Salt Lake. Isn't that nice? I might just stay here for a while. I really want to go camping. I'm not prepared to go camping, by the way. There's no way I'm prepared to go camping. No way in hell. I really want to go. The first thing I need to do is really finish my spring cleaning, which is going very slowly. I don't know about you guys. Well, I have a lot of like just stuff I need to get rid of. So the great culling is underway, and it's just slow as molasses in January. Well, that's slower than molasses in January. My God. Anyway. Oh, man, I dig this. I'm all right. I'm all right. Mm-hmm. Why don't you give me a fight? Where is my desktop audio? Why isn't it working? Hold on, darlings. Hold on, darlings. Capture a window. La la la. I just don't really show additional settings. Oh, no, don't do that. But why isn't it capturing the audio? Or maybe it is. Can you guys hear the fire? Maybe it's just me. I'm alright. Mm-hmm. I tried to make the chat font bigger, but for some reason, I don't think I did. I don't feel like it's any bigger. Maybe it is. I don't know. You know what I probably should do? I probably should go take a shower. What I really should be doing? Probably should go wash my hair. But I don't want to yet. I'll do that later. Tonight we're starting our new book. Oh, I could also read Shadow Diplomacy or whatever that is. What is that book? What did I do with that book? Oh, wait, I gotta go get that other book. Hold on. I gotta push myself away from this. Oh, man. This is the only problem with, like, the footrest concept is that it becomes an unwieldy dinosaur. And I don't mean that in a good way. You know what I mean? Okay, hold on. Am I gonna I'm gonna pull this apart. Shit. I know. There's probably an easier way to do that. But if there is, I don't know it. So, just get off my back, Mom. Oh, please don't pull anything off my desk or show my ass to anybody. Yeah. Please don't show my ass. I got 2 books to show you. Hey everybody, I'm a dinosaur and I'm gonna tell you about a couple of books that Lolo got. Hold on just a minute. I won't be the one telling you because my voice is very annoying, but hold on just a minute. Okay. Oh, it's dusty. Oh, dusty. Ooh, ooh, howdy ho. Hi, Paul. How are you? Good to see you. I'm just fucking around. I'm not doing anything serious whatsoever. So this is, there's Shadow Diplomacy. That's Lev's book. I hope my nails aren't dirty. No, they're not dirty. Shadow Diplomacy by Lev Parnas. I bought that. No audiobook yet, or no Kindle yet. Come on, Lev. Get with it. Get with it, Lev. And then I bought this. Now, I am so excited about this. I have no idea how we're going to play this together, but I'm going to fucking figure it out because they are like Wordle, but you solve mysteries and murders. But it's like using logic and deduction. I'm excited about this. I'm going to try and figure out how we can play it together. Anyway, so that's that. That's that. Anyway, yeah, so today's stream is just how to start your week off right with Lolo. And I suggest having like me in the background and using that as like inspirational, what's that called? Subliminal. Like, telling you to like relax and, take it easy and be nice to yourself and look both ways before you cross the street. Don't be a bigot. Focus on the right things. Go to the beach more often. Why am I not going to the beach? Actually, I know why. Because it's cold. It was cold. And it was supposed to rain. I thought it was supposed to rain in Los Angeles like today or, I don't know, yesterday. I don't even know. I was kind of hoping it would. I was kind of hoping it would. Oh my God. So I'm going to make a real like capitalist confession here. I'm not proud of this, but maybe I am. I don't know. No, I'm not. I mean, I'll eat burritos for a week in order to make this purchase worth it. But when I saw that Joni Mitchell had a new album coming out, I went ahead and pre-ordered Red Bull. No. I don't drink that. I used to drink those things when I worked out in the 90s down in Florida. I was part of I used to work on boats when I lived in Florida for a couple of years. And so I was in this weird spot where I was like working out and doing something really physical for a living. I don't know what. It was all addiction. It was all like addictive personality. But anyway, the point is that I would go to, oh my God, this is so stupid. I would go to Gold's Gym, which I really like Gold's Gym. I'm actually a member of Gold's Gym here in Hollywood. I love it. It's a great gym. I love Gold's Gym everywhere. I've been a Gold's Gym member in San Francisco, in Well, here in Los Angeles. And I really like Gold's Gym, so don't be a hater. Anyway, the point is, what was the point of this story? I don't know what the point of the story was. I totally forgot. I did. I'm not kidding. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It'll come back. But anyway, yeah. I don't know. There was probably a connection somewhere. But, oh, yeah. So I used to work out. Oh, and then I used to go and do martial arts next to the fucking Gold's Gym. Like, work out all the time. It was like, yeah, right? That dang addiction thing. So I would just work out all the time. It was ridiculous. Anyway, I can't remember now where I was going with the workout all the time. I don't know. It doesn't matter, really. It doesn't really matter. Yet another thing that I guess it is. I guess it's better than I thought. I don't know. You know what it is, Paul? I think it's zero fucks given. I think I've entered the zero fucks given space. So maybe that's just it. No, it's actually just Monday. That's all. This is probably normal Monday. I thought the House was going to vacate the speaker this week. Do we think that's going to happen? I'm just curious. I don't know if that's true or not. It is very high THC. I will say these vapes are very high THC. They're like 93% or 90. Wait, did I say 93 or maybe 97? I have to read the box. I can't remember now. I bought them because they were really high in THC. What can I say? Addictive personality. Anyway, so yeah, okay. So then, wait, I worked on boats. I don't know where I was going with that, but it doesn't matter. Yeah. Right. Well, I just don't know. I don't know if I don't know if it's worthwhile trying. But anyway, yeah, Mondays. Am I right? There's a great meme. I wonder if I have it. Hold on. Let me see if I can. I need to add it anyway. So let me see if I can find it. I know I have it on this fucking hard drive. Add a new source, and then I want to do this, and I want to call it a dino. Okay. I hope it's not going to like fucking... Oh, God. I don't know what it does when... Oh, okay. Hold on. I hope I have it. Do I not have it? I get confused about what I have and what I don't have. Does anybody really know what time it is? Oh, I'm never going to find this. Shit. Oh, wait. I know. I think it's in a folder. Oh, yes. Fuck yeah. Love you. Sometimes I love my brain. There it is. Wow, you can really see it. There it is. Mondays and me. There you go. We'll just leave that up there for a minute. Oh, well, we'll move it over. Let me move it over. Let me move it over so you can see the fire. I mean, come on. Let's not be brutes about it. Try to vacate. Oh, right. Yeah, try to vacate. Yeah, I think they're going to try and yeah, I think they're going to try to vacate the speaker this week. So, yeah, I think that's that. As for those of you who have recently joined the lounge, I think it kind of bears some level of repeating about who your host is and how we got here. Not the whole story. I just need an assistant to handle making calls for me. Yes, I can't stand making phone calls. I don't like making phone calls. I don't like talking to people. But I think that what is important to understand is that I am not a pro And this whole channel that I hope to continue doing is really all about being a human, and also the fact that I worked in corporate and nonprofit for about 35 years before having a nervous breakdown, basically, which I've told those stories before, so I don't really need to go into those again. But the bottom line is it forced me to, well, I had to simplify. And part of that simplification has been, you know, trying to balance the depression with things that make me happy, which is like making jokes and singing. Oh boy, singing makes me so happy. I can't even tell you how happy that makes me. And I love politics. Like, I'm a wonk. And I love like human interaction. Like, I'm fascinated by how humans evolve and how they how how the cycles of our, just even our political process, right? So my interest really peaked around MAGA and the emergence of those voices. And even when I was working, even though I was in jobs where you couldn't really be political because I was involved with, schools or after school programs or other things where kids were involved. So, I just made choices about what I was going to be super public about. Certainly I was public about my thoughts. I never hid what my views were, but I didn't spend all my time on social media. I didn't spend any time on social media really, except for if it was for the school or the organization or whatever. And so, on the politics, I didn't know a lot of the players. I didn't spend a lot of time. Like, I grew up right before the big internet generations. So I didn't really grow up on the internet. And so I just come from a different perspective. And so I think from that standpoint, why I'm here is really because I have a lot of things I've wanted to say, and I didn't feel like I chose not to really, be a troll, political troll of MAGA as I was coming out of workaday life. But now I am, and I'm just using my voice, and using a voice that I just kind of didn't use for a long time by choice. It wasn't, I'm suppressed, I made choices. So I'm not trying to play the victim. I'm just trying to explain the context of why this time is very important for me. And it's been a big part of trying to not be depressed. Has it caused depression? Oh yeah. But that's part of the learning process too. I've learned a lot about I think I've learned some about how the parasocial world is working. So I'd rather text these days. Me too. I really don't enjoy that I've never really have enjoyed like the phone calls. Like, I've never been a phone person. Unless I like have a crush on you or something like that. I don't really want to talk on the phone. And then even when I do have a crush on you, I probably don't make really good conversation because I don't like talking on the phone. So, but yeah, I think that it is, this has become an important outlet, but it also comes with the inconsistency that having someone like me in charge of the broadcast schedule encompasses, which means you don't have a pro, you don't have sponsors, I don't have commitments other than to you, and to myself. And so sometimes that depression can creep in and like take over. And I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying that's kind of some context for why you might scratch your head sometimes and go, what the fuck is going on here? I will text for days. Yeah. I will definitely. I'm a texter. I like texting. Yeah. So anyway, so that's for the people who don't know me that well. That's kind of where I am coming from and why I'm doing this. And I truly believe, I really do. I believe really deeply in the fact that one of our big problems in this country is the lack of media literacy and the lack of our ability to detect mind fucking and other things. And I think it goes hand in hand with something I saw when I was working in the high school, where there was not as much opportunity or programming to help kids critically think. And one example, one thing that I really think that the high school did well was every kid did a capstone, basically, where at the end of their 4 years, part of their graduation requirement is "Hi, Pepper," where they would take items that they were particularly proud of over their 4 years in different disciplines, right? Whether it was a presentation or an art project or whatever it was, but they would design a presentation to a panel, right? And then, that would be part of their progression. And part of that was media sourcing and identifying sources, when they would do research projects. And that little kernel of getting anyone to look deeper at something and be critical of the source before making a full, throated decision. I thought, that is such an important piece to critical thinking. And it's it's so missing in the core instruction. And I'm sure there are schools that do it well. And I'm sure, and actually I'm very proud of the teachers that were at my high school. They were incredible and very innovative and very effective. And I noticed, it was part of that. How do you invite kids to think more critically? And I think that is really one of the essential lessons that if we don't, there's a lot of problems with education. And I cried a lot when COVID hit. And I heard from people in New York that were my friends struggling so hard to be educators and seeing programs fall apart and seeing all this good work just having to go to the wayside. Just makes me so sad. And I don't think we are paying attention to what the damage is that has been done. Because we weren't paying attention to the damage that was being done just with the regular Pearson-driven, Pearson, the textbook company, which is a fucking right-wing bullshit. I think that if we focused more on how you develop those skills and encouraging that kind of, I don't know. I'm not a pedagogue. I really am not. I'm more of an organizational development person, and that's what my role was at the school. But I can appreciate, brilliant pedagogues and, and defer to them on what are the ways in which we get that. Do you think that type of training would address the problem of people existing in alt reality? I've thought a lot about that, Max. I don't think so. I think that we have a segment of the population, and I hate to say this, this is not who I am. I am so fucking obstinately optimistic about the majority of humanity. That I really fucking hate to say this, but my experience in the last decade now is that it really isn't, it isn't about a pliable belief. I don't think it's about growth mindset. I want to always believe in growth mindset, right? The fact that your brain can grow and change, and that if you have a fixed mindset, then, you're not able to really shift your thinking. But if you have a growth mindset and you're willing to, blah, 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 whatever the tenets of growth mindset are, I'm sure there's smarter people, then you can, So I have always been a proponent of growth mindset, and that everybody has a growth mind or has the capability to have a growth mindset. But here's where I think it gets a little tricky in the world that we're in right at the moment, is that the kind of post-truth world that was ushered in by Trump as a Trojan horse, right? Who not only was able to do legislatively what his funders or the kleptocrats and others would love, the CNP and other kind of conglomerates. Because of that post-truthness that has been endorsed by formerly so-called legitimate politicians and massive growth in media companies that are specifically designed to push those narratives, which then spur thousands of citizen journalists that take those messages and push them even further out into the ether. I think that is that's a hard, because there is so much money on the line for those folks to believe what they believe. There is never going to, or I cannot see a day when we have an infrastructure in voices on the right that stand up and say, no, these were lies. We're not going to do it. And like the Republicans of the 70s, which I guess, were somehow heroes. Maybe. I don't know. Jury's out for me, but okay. They held Nixon accountable, or at least allowed that process to somewhat move forward. Ford, whatever. But there was a crystal of that it's not okay, that there's some, I don't know. I don't want to call it honor, because I don't believe in that. I don't believe that's what it is. But I think there's like a commitment to civility, kind of like civil discourse, civil governance, right? But I think now it's become win at all costs. And that minority of win at all costs have made it okay for fringe, not fringe. Well, I mean, they are fringe, but they do damage. I'm not saying they don't do damage, but racists and bigots and transphobes and misogynists and white supremacists and Nazis, it makes it all okay for those people to exist. It makes it all okay. Right? Because their voice, all of a sudden, people in the media are saying what those people have said on their own their whole lives. Can you imagine if you have been told your entire life you're a racist, and then one day you look at the television and at least 50% of what you see are politicians, people who were supposedly seriously elected, endorsing out and out lies and racist dog whistles or outright racist statements, and nobody really bats an eye. And so you, as the racist, are like, fuck yeah. I was right all along, Like you're empowered at that point. So Lindsey Graham is empowering that, right? I mean, he is that, but he's also empowering that because they won't stand up. They had that moment on January 6th where he stood up and he's like, that's it, I'm out. I'm not doing this anymore. No, I guess he wasn't out. Because whatever's on the tape must be really great. But I'm telling you right now, Lindsay, whatever's on the tape doesn't pale in comparison to what's happening or what's going to happen to innocent people if you allow your party to somehow persevere. And what's with quitting? Ken Buck? What the fuck's with quitting? What do you mean? So that's why I think media literacy could be really important. And the thing is we better start now. We better start now. Because I've seen how it takes for things to sink in for young people. I've been in schools. I've been in elementary schools. I've worked in elementary schools. I've worked in middle schools. I've worked in high schools. I've worked in international schools. There is one thing that is similar about every kid. It takes them a fucking minute to get what you're trying to give them. Because they have a lot of shit going on in their lives. So yeah, that's my rant. Thank you for coming to my Lolo talk. I don't know what fixes where we are now, because I'm going to tell you right now, Max, there is some shit that is just being allowed to happen that I am just like, I don't understand it. I really don't. I don't understand it. It's nothing like I ever grew up in. I mean, I remember the 80s. I remember the Reagan era. I remember being like all kinds of fucking pissed off about Reagan and, you know, thinking that was just like a very, very authoritarian time and, you know, whatever. The AIDS crisis and other things. And I thought that was like, not the bottom, but, you know, like bottom enough. Bottom enough. But no. Oh, no, hold my beer, the 20s said. The roaring 20s. Hold my White Claw. Crazy. Crazy. For thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy. Crazy for feeling so blue. I knew you'd love me as long as you wanted. And then someday you'd leave me for somebody new. I used to listen to that album a lot. Oh, I remember where we started with this. It was Joni Mitchell. Okay. We started. Anyway. Yeah, I pre-reserved the new Joni Mitchell album. God, I'm an idiot. But you know what the funny thing is? This was the whole punchline of where I started 45 minutes ago. It was, I'll come back to your question, Max. It was the fact that I don't have a turntable. So it's sometime between now and when I get this album, I'm going to have to get a turntable. I will. I'm not worried. Okay, Max says, when presented with facts, these people dig in their heels. So what is the answer? Well, I don't know what the answer is. I mean, if I did, I'd have $1 million. But my instincts tell me that it is... I mean, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep going on and trying to show original sources. I'm going to try and be funny about it so that it brings people in. I'm going to vote like my fucking life depends on it. Yeah, I just think I don't know. I don't know. I wish I did. It's got to be dealing with the emotions, in my humble opinion. The peeps who cling to nonsense do it because the ideas are founded in emotion and not logic. Yeah, and logic is very, very out of style for them. Or it's flawed logic, right? It's like partial information or gross generalizations or, whatever. It's all of those things. I don't know. How would you? Here's what I believe. About change. And I don't know if I'm right. Actually, I think I've failed sometimes in this approach. So I maybe not quote me. But I think there's a lot to be said for when you lift all boats and you try and push forward with lifting all boats. The naysayers, for those that are willing, because their boat's been lifted, they have less to complain about. And they almost can't deny it, right? I'm almost thinking back to like the Affordable Care Act and other things where, and I'm not saying everybody goes, oh my God, this was great. What was I complaining about? No. No. See Republicans trying to destroy the ACA 75 times over the last however many years. But I think that there is a place for if you focus on results, and results are what kind of drive the narrative, then it's a little harder. In the emotions part, see, this is where I have a problem, because a lot of this comes from what a person's worldview is, or at least I shouldn't say that as a gross generalization, but my observation is that this has a lot to do with what your worldview is. And if you believe that other people could be less than, or if you believe that, rights are pie, or if you believe that, you have to burn it all down in order to build it up again, those are things that are kind of zero sum, right? And it's kind of hard to argue with a zero sum. I think that's the term that I want. And I think the only piece that we had from racists in the past, if there was any, was that they were not public in their racism. Now, the problem is there was always plenty, and continues to this day, if not more so, public racism. So that's kind of mythology. But I don't know. I don't know how you fix that. I do think that when you start with elementary school and start thinking about, now that I could have some ideas on in terms of what are the social emotional learning components that can be introduced that help kids actually open their eyes. I think voting rights is a great place to start. I think voting rights is the first thing we need to do, by the way. And I think that includes stopping gerrymandering and getting money out of politics. So I think that's job one. And I actually think if we do that, it seems to me the likelihood of getting more, democratic representation, if you will, those chances go up, in my mind, if you remove some of the manipulative schemes that have kept people unrepresented in government. But emotions, how do you deal with? I mean, that's the thing. How do you deal with people that fundamentally believe that Democrats are communists, or whatever the epithet du jour is? I don't know how you change someone's mind. That's why I'm going to be honest with you, just to talk about, a subject that I don't talk about very often, which is Pam. That's kind of why I was fascinated with the Pam story of what was her evolution, and did she evolve, and is she evolving? And we didn't get a chance to explore that because chaos agents decided they wanted to fuck with that, which is whatever. It says more about them than it does about me. But I would have to know from those folks, people who have really kind of said, oh, wow, this is not working for me. Wow, wouldn't it be interesting to hear from them about what are some of the things that were... This is why this world is wild to me. It's just wild. It's a fucking app. Anyway. But yeah, that's why it's interesting to me is what works for some people. And of course, not everything will work for everyone, but how do you become a more perfect union? Because that's also a big part of what I believe is, how do you do that? Yeah, everyone was hungry for a redemption arc. I don't even want a redemption arc. I wanted to know what the process was. That's the thing. People assumed that, that there was some kind of championing of a redemption arc. No, there was never any championing of a redemption arc. It was an attempt. And it was saying, okay, tell me more. I'm not embarrassed by that. I don't know why they would be. If they want to keep their heads in the sands about what people believe and how they evolve in their beliefs, that's fine. But I choose to learn. And I also choose to be a human. And if I want to be mean to someone, I'll be mean to someone. And if I want to be nice to someone, I'll be nice to someone, because my mother is dead and she is not going to tell me what to do. So no one on the internet is going to tell me what to do if my dearly departed mother is not going to. But anyway, yeah. And things fell apart for other reasons, oddly enough. So, you think you know, but you don't know. So there. How about that, TMZ? Anyway, but the point is that I think we're not doing ourselves a big service if we just ignore the fact that people have what I would call fucked up worldviews about racism. They are racist, they are transphobes, they are homophobes, they are, bigots. And they cater to authoritarians because they're not creative enough to think for themselves. So, yeah, so I don't think it's about redemption arcs. I'm not looking for redemption. I'm looking to learn. I'm looking to listen. I'm looking to hear if there is a clue about what we do. But I don't know. I wasn't given the opportunity to fully see that through. So I can't answer that for you. So there. Anyway, I want to read something. Is there any documents? Hold on. Let me go to that thing. Let me see what's going on. Hold on just a minute. Hold on just a minute. Oops. Nope. Okay, I need to open... Well, first of all, let me do this. Master dates of trumpet cases. All right, what is this? Wednesday, May 15th. What? Blasingame. Oh my God. Trump shall provide plaintiffs with a detailed description of the basis for his immunity defense with identities of witnesses and documents presently known to his counsel and what limited discovery he will require. What? I forget about... I know what the Blasingame... obviously. May 16th, Georgia, Mike Roman. Last day for Georgia Court of Appeals to issue a decision on defendant's appeal of Judge McAfee order on their motions to disqualify D.A. Willis, her office, and Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade. All right. Estimate a verdict by May 31st in the New York case. How's that going? We should probably check on that. Hold on. I will. Hold on. Hold on, please. Hold on. Hold on, darlings. Hold on. It's what's for dinner. Okay. Let me see what's going on here. Let me see what's going on. Hey, how you doing? Boop, boop. Oh, is this true? Hamas says in a statement it has accepted the Egyptian Qatar ceasefire proposal. Is that true? I have that reported an hour ago. That's really not. That's not fun. Okay. Okay. Forget it. Boop, 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 boop. I don't know who any of these people are. What? What's going on here? What's going down? Oh. Israeli media reporting that Israel not likely to accept the ceasefire deal that Hamas approved, saying it was a softened or one-sided Egyptian version. AP, Biden told Netanyahu that reaching a ceasefire with Hamas is the best way to protect the lives of the hostages in Gaza. Wow, I just really don't see anything fascinating other than that. And hold on. This world is heartbreaking. I don't want to go to Twitter. I don't want to go to the news. I'm going to go back here. Well, the House has a lot of stuff going on this week. So I'm going to be going over some of that. I think I will read a document, take my mind off of all this stuff. And let's see, what was I going to say? Yeah, I'm going to read a document. And, oh, yeah. So we have a lot of House stuff this week. If you check my channel, there's some placeholders for upcoming streams. So please take note. Hit the bell, baby. But let me go ahead and find a document, and then we're going to read it. Hold on just a secky wecky. Just a minute. I said just a minute. Let's see. What am I saying? Oh, you know what? I kind of want to see what this is all about. You know what? I'm going to read this. I'm going to read this. So there. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. All right, loves. I'm going to read you a little bit of an article. Oops. Oh, that's odd. Why are you not doing that? What's the matter, screen capture? What are you doing? There we go. I'm going to read you this. I don't like Mondays. I don't like Mondays. Okay. I'm going to read this to you. Have a great time. Tell me why. Came across this the other day. Let me try and make this a little small. Whoa. Ah! Fucker doodles. Sorry. That was my bad. My bad. Okay, I'm gonna... Damn it. So dumb. Dummy, dummy, dummy. Okay, wait. Where am I? Okay, that's it. American democracy. Threat tracker. Threat tracker. Sorry. That was dumb. I'm not. Okay, there we go. Okay, good. All right. So I'm going to read you something so you can just sit back, relax. I'm going to put my feet up. Hold on. I'm going to smoke some weed. I'm going to take a sip of yield. Weed vape. Oh, I mean, Diet Coke. Ow. Ow, I'm wearing shorts and I stuck to my seat. Do you hate it when that happens? Please like, share, and subscribe the broadcast. Thank you for coming today. Here at Blowholes Lounge. That's a new name, by the way. Blowholes Lounge. I might do that. Oh, that's it. I'm doing it. Wait, hold on. Wait, let me see. Oh, I do like hoodie day, though. Okay, that's fine. Wait, what was the warning I was giving on this? Oh, shit. Doesn't matter. God, so dumb. Okay. All right, are you ready? Are you ready? Yes, I'm ready to fall in love. See, this is what I was trying to do. Why isn't it doing that? Why isn't it doing that? Oh my God. Why aren't you doing that? Oops. See, this is not the way I want you to go. You can go your own way. Go your own way. Ooh. You can go your own way. Go your own way. I don't know what the words are to that song either. I'm really sorry. Okay, anyway. So justsecurity.org is a fan-fucking-tastic website. Highly recommend. And they have a ton of shit. Like, they've got the Documents Clearinghouse. They've got blogs by people like Andrew Weissman. They've got all the Trump trial dates. This is like a fucking treasure trove of crap. So they are on my bookmarks under original sources. And I really come to this probably a few times a week. So this is a great website. But I've been meaning to read this particular section of the website, and I haven't. So I thought, well, what better day than Monday when there's not a lot happening in Congress or the courts that we can see. Okay, here we go. This autocracy threat tracker is also available in a PDF file. Blah, 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 blah. It was originally published on February 26, 2024, and is continually updated. Introduction. Former President Donald Trump has said he will be a dictator on day one. He and his advisors and associates have publicly discussed hundreds of further actions to be taken during a second Trump presidency that directly threaten democracy, the rule of law, as well as U.S. and global security. These vary from Trump breaking the law and abusing power in areas like immigration roundups and energy extraction to summarily and baselessly firing tens of thousands of civil servants whom he perceives as adversaries, to prosecuting his political opponents for personal gain and even hinting at executing some of them, to pardoning some of the convicted January 6 rioters he views as great patriots, hostages, and wrongfully imprisoned. We track all of these promises, plans, and pronouncements here, and we will continue to update them. We assess there is a significant risk of autocracy should Trump regain the presidency. In fact, any GOP candidate. Trump has said he would deploy the military against civilian protesters, and his advisors have developed plans for using the Insurrection Act said he would invoke the Alien Enemies Act to conduct deportations of non-citizens, continued to threaten legally established abortion rights, and even had his lawyers argue that a president should be immune from prosecution if he directed SEAL Team 6 to assassinate a political opponent. Trump also seeks the power to protect his personal wealth as he faces staggering civil fines, and to bolster his immunity as he faces 88 criminal charges in prosecutions in different parts of the country. He has predicted a bloodbath if he is not elected, although his meaning has been contested, with some saying he was referring to violence and others that Trump was talking about U.S. automakers. Okay. At a Veterans Day rally last year, Trump said he would, quote, root out political opponents who, quote, live like vermin within the confines of our country, warning that the greatest threats come from within. Words that, according to ABC News and others, echoed those of past fascist dictators like Hitler and Benito Mussolini and alarmed historians. Yes, he did. And here's the thing. There's enough fuckers within the realm, the remains, I should say, of the Republican Party that it doesn't really matter whose name you replace with Trump, because they will do things that damage us with impunity. So just letting you know that. Okay. All right. While Trump has claimed he will be a dictator for only the first day of his administration, his promise to do so, even for 24 hours, is antithetical to American democracy and consistent with the history of authoritarianism. Dictatorial powers, once assumed, are rarely relinquished. Moreover, Trump cannot possibly achieve his stated goals for the use of that power in immigration and energy policy in one day, meaning that his dictatorship would of necessity likely last much longer. I like how polite this is written, but he will start to kill people day 2. Many of Trump's former cabinet officials and advisors, those with the most experience watching him govern behind the scenes, believe he poses a grave danger to the country. John Bolton, Trump's former national security advisor, said, quote, I think Trump will cause significant damage in a second term, damage that in some cases will be irreparable. Trump's former chief of staff, John Kelly, said that the former president praised Adolf Hitler's ability to rebuild Germany's economy and admired his maintaining loyalty of his senior Nazi officials. Alyssa Farah Griffin, former Trump White House Director of Strategic Communications and now a member of The View, right? Oh, In and Out? Oh, you? Oh, okay. Or me. Okay. Fundamentally, a second Trump term could mean the end of American democracy as we know it. This is from someone who worked for him, who not only benefited by the fact that she worked for him, but then benefited by the fact that she worked for him by denouncing him. How's that work? How's that work? Whatever. All right. La la la. Mark Esper. Oh, well, here we go. And I don't say that. Okay, here we go. Okay. Wait. Fundamentally. Oh. Mark Esper, Trump's former defense secretary, has warned of, quote, more hyper-aggressive behavior by Trump if he takes office, recounting when Trump asked if demonstrators gathering around the White House following the death of George Floyd could be shot. Could be shot. Only by the grace of God did someone stop him from doing that. He won't have those people next time. He'll have the people that let him do it. But complain about Biden more. This to me is not logic. Okay. Significantly, Trump's former vice president and 2020 running mate, Mike Pence, said recently that there are, quote, profound differences between the pair. No shit. Like, he wants me dead, and I don't want to be dead. On a range of issues, and not just our difference on my constitutional duties that I exercised on January 6th, or the fact that I would like to keep breathing. Such that he would not be endorsing Trump this year, adding, Trump is pursuing and articulating an agenda that is at odds with the conservative agenda that we governed on during our 4 years. No, actually, it's not, but that's okay. You know, you can say whatever the fuck you want, stupid. And that's why I cannot in good conscience endorse this campaign. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know her. He pulled a Mariah. Trump's dictatorial aspirations are complemented by an extensive pre-election plan to fundamentally alter the nature of American government. The Heritage Foundation's 2025 Presidential Transition Project Plan, aka Project 2025, created by Trump allies and staffed by those including his past and likely future administration appointees, it is, in the words of Heritage Foundation President Kevin Roberts, a plan for institutionalizing Trumpism. Trump has returned the compliment, saying of Roberts and Heritage that he's doing an unbelievable job. He's bringing it back to levels we've never seen. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. Kevin, I love you. You're right out of Central Casting. I know you're not here. Project 2025's plans are set forth in an 887-page document entitled Mandate for Leadership, The Conservative Promise. It sounds so wholesome, doesn't it? Not really, but maybe to somebody. Details a program to consolidate power in the executive branch, deconstruct the federal administration, and strip remaining agencies of their independence. It proposes to dismantle or radically overhaul the Department of Justice and State, eliminate the Departments of Homeland Security, Education, and Commerce, radically repurpose other agencies, and eviscerate the professional civil service. Project 2025 is complemented by other 2025 planning efforts, for example, the America First Policy Institute, that's Stephen Miller, Nosferatu, the Center for Renewing America, can't remember who that is, and the Conservative Partnership Institute. I can't remember who that is either, because you know what? There's too many of them. Trump and his associates are reportedly discussing building an administration around loyalists who would, quote, stretch legal and governance boundaries, which is what happened in the first administration, by the way, if you didn't notice, to accommodate an aggressive use of the vast powers of the executive branch, in the words of Project 2025. Among those, Axios reported to be under discussion for senior government posts are Stephen Miller, Nosferatu, Kash Patel, the Wizard, Steve Bannon, Three Pens, and Jeffrey Clark, who's currently under indictment in Georgia and is about to lose his law license in D.C. Okay. He's a co-conspirator. And I think he's going to actually also be yoinked for Arizona, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Does it matter? No. When Trump assumed office in 2017, he and his associates did not have such well-developed policies and personnel in waiting. That's right. They were stupider then, which they're still stupid, but they're more aware. Indeed, he made the mistake of including people in senior administration positions who remain loyal to the Constitution. As Secretary Esper told Bill Kristol in an April 17, 2024 interview, quote, there were guardrails in place, guardrail number 1 being the prospect of re-election, and number 2 being the people he brought in around him. Some of those guardrails won't be there in number 2. A few days later, RNC co-chair Laura Trump, I'm free falling. Yeah, I'm free. I'm a pirate. No, I don't know what I can't come up with words of that. Right? Told an audience to a round of applause, quote, he's not worried about winning another election. It's 4 years of scorched earth when Donald Trump retakes the White House. Yay! Trump 2024. She didn't say that part. We ignore leaders who promise dictatorship and those who enable them at our own peril. To see what America might become under Trump's authoritarian aspirations. See, this isn't just about Trump, though. Can we stop this? Because this is mainstream Republicanism right now. Project 2025 is mainstream Republicanism. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. We should look at the Reginas. We should look at the regimes of other contemporary autocrats, especially Trump has been mirroring recent autocratic moves in Hungary, has been mirroring recent autocratic moves in Hungary and elsewhere. Whatever. I didn't read that well. With great fanfare, Trump recently welcomed Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban to his Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida and long expressed his admiration for Orban's leadership. The Hungarian self-proclaimed drive toward an illiberal state has seen extensive democratic backsliding. He packed the judiciary to place that branch of government squarely under his control, rewrote election laws to retain his legislative majority, censored the press, used law enforcement to persecute his enemies, and changed Hungary's constitution to help achieve his autocratic goals. And he took that blueprint on dismantling democracy to Mar-a-Lago. Trump and Orban's continuing public... I just can't see. I'm going to put my glasses on. Oh, well, that's what it says. Oh, okay. Trump and Orban's continuing public alignment on key policy issues also threatens transatlantic security. Despite Orban's repeated claims to the contrary, with the pair reportedly aligning on, among other things, the Russian-Ukraine war, and even eyeing an end to U.S. funding and aid to Ukraine. The United States, like many other functioning democracies, is hardly immune from backsliding and lurching toward autocracy. Yeah, we're doing it right now. Because past is prologue, it is also important to analyze relevant data points from the first Trump administration. We include considerable indicators of autocratic tendencies from 2017 to 2021, such as Trump's calling for the Department of Justice to prosecute his political enemies, claiming that Article 2 of the Constitution gave him the authority to do, quote, anything I wanted, shamelessly violating the Constitution's emoluments clause to use his government position to enrich himself and his family, and many more. That all culminated in the attempted interruption of the peaceful transfer of power following the 2020 election. Trump's followers are getting the message. On February 22, 2024, at the CPAC conference, right-wing political activist Jack Posobiec, Pussy Bitch is what his name is actually, that's how you actually pronounce it, said, welcome to the end of democracy. We're here to overthrow it completely. We didn't get all the way there on January 6th, but we will endeavor to get rid of it and replace it with this right here, raising his fist. Some media reports state he was holding up a small crucifix. Pussy Bitch has been described a Trump favorite, and Trump in 2020 tweeted, that's right, Jack, keep up the good work, in response to a Pussy Bitch tweet informing his followers that the then president read his feed. When Trump spoke at the end of that same CPAC conference on February 24th, he did not repudiate Pussy Bitch's comments. On the contrary, he too seemed to condone the January 6th attack, calling the perpetrators who have been sentenced to prison for their crimes that day hostages. Declaring himself a proud political dissident, he also attacked the functioning of American democracy and positioned himself as a strongman savior, stating, our country is being destroyed, and the only thing standing between you and its obliteration is me. Oh no, that's not very good. Below, we organized Trump and his allies' autocratic plans by topic, providing full citations to their comments in the factual record. We also provide some potential solutions to address the threat both now and should it come to pass in 2025. This full threat tracker will continue to be updated. Let's see. They also have a searchable data set. Let me go ahead and put this in the chat. Hold on. I hope I can. Oh, I can't even put it in the chat. Oh, man. I for some reason, it doesn't have me signed in. I don't understand. I don't understand. Okay. Oh, okay. I can do it here. All right. Whatever. Okay, so there's the link. I don't know why it makes me do that, but that's fine. We're back. We're back. It's not very big, is it? Sorry, everybody. Sorry, everybody. I'm here to ruin your vision. Okay, let's see what we got here. Immigration. Boop. Day one dictatorship promise, immigration. And this is something that I think, again, let's just not, I really caution us to not assume this is just one guy. It's just not. He just says it out loud. That's all. That's all he does. December 6, 2023 in Davenport, Iowa, Sean Hannity asked Trump whether Trump intended to abuse power or break the law, to which Trump answered, except for day one, I want to close the border and I want to drill. Trump then immediately doubled down on the exchange, describing it for his audience using the word dictator. Hannity says, you're not going to be a dictator, are you? He said, no, other than day one. Okay, so that's that. I don't need to go over all that shit. Let's see what else. He has embraced ordering unlawful immigration roundups and travel bans using the... I also... Here's the other thing. This was it. He has embraced ordering unlawful immigration roundups and travel bans, using the military domestically to purge undocumented immigrants, violating the Constitution's guarantee of birthright citizenship, and prosecuting American officials and organizations who don't comply with his policies. He's claiming that anyone born here to immigrants is not automatically a citizen and could be deported. What? Huh? Trump has repeated his promise to carry out the largest domestic deportation operation in American history. His plan will significantly restrict both legal and illegal immigration by expanding and toughening draconian immigration and asylum measures introduced by his previous administration, causing millions of undocumented immigrants to be kicked out of the country even after years or decades of having lived here. His proposed policies will see individuals rush through the system, stripping due process protections from them, eliminating any access to legal services, and really transforming this into an assembly line deportation machine. Yes, he did. You're right, username. You're right. No, I think this is just okay, this is what happens with a non-democratic administration. I'm not saying that everybody's perfect. I'm saying I don't want this. We don't want this. Let's see. Trump and team seek to broadly abuse existing statutes to avoid congressional scrutiny. I mean, here's the thing. There is, Vivek Ramaswamy made a big deal about firing and shuttering different agencies within the federal government. And I think that is a real threat that we should be thinking about, because that is something I could very easily see any Republican or whatever, any non-Joe Biden. I don't know. I don't even know what they are anymore. Any non-Joe Biden, I think, would automatically start to shutter agencies in ways that damage the ability for our country to function normally. Yeah. Sorry. It's just I don't mean to be so depressing. I should probably end with something more uplifting after we do this a little bit. Let's see. Okay. Trump and that's that. Trump's proposed immigration policies rely heavily on the military to assist law enforcement and purge undocumented immigrants, including via raids. Additionally, Trump has said that local police officers will play a key role in his deportation operations, adding that he would offer them immunity to be able to carry their jobs out. Let's see. Trump's policies call for using military funds to hold undocumented detainees in newly built military-style camps. To get around any refusal by Congress to appropriate the funds, as he did in his first term, to spend more on the wall than Congress had authorized. Trump's proposal calls for ICE agents to be sent into the streets to arrest millions, assisted by agents reassigned from the FBI, DEA, and DHS, as well as deputized local police officers and state National Guard soldiers voluntarily provided by Republican-run states. Note that under the previous Trump administration, ICE's controversial 287G program grew rapidly. It gives state and local law enforcement officers, primarily sheriffs, federal powers to question, arrest, and detain suspected undocumented immigrants. See Joe Arpaio. Stephen Miller, Nosferatu, described the camps as, quote, vast holding facilities that would function as staging centers for immigrants as their cases progress through the system. The camps would be built on open land in Texas near the border. He said the military would construct them under the authority and control of the Department of Homeland Security. While he cautioned that there were no specific blueprints yet, he said the camps would look professional and similar to other facilities for migrants that have been built near the border. Oh, well, what could possibly go wrong? National Guard, Eagle Pass bullshit, getting the police all riled up. Trump has pledged to invoke the Alien Enemies Act, which applies only where there is a declared war with a threat of invasion by a foreign nation, to speedily and unilaterally deport from the United States all suspected gang members, drug dealers, or cartel members, circumventing ICE deportation processes and due process. November 4th, Florida Freedom Summit. Trump said, "This is a bomb that's waiting to happen, and I will invoke the Alien Enemies Act to remove all known and suspected gang members." September 20th, 2023, Dubuque. Trump said, "I'll invoke the blah, blah, blah." June 25th, blah, blah, blah. June 24th, blah, blah, blah. Sorry. Trump has said he plans to reimpose and expand his administration's previous predominantly Muslim country ban. Yep, that's right. Even bigger and better than before, he says. Yep. Because he is every kind of phobe. Every kind of phobe. And I'm telling you right now, Islamophobia is a problem and is a bigger problem than it was yesterday, because it just continues, and the weird shit that's happening and all the real, I'm not going to go into it because I'm not an expert, but I'm telling you right now, hate is fueling and people are being used, and I just hate seeing it, and I hate everything about it. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, let me go on. Trump plans to use ideological purity tests for immigrant applicants and to deport resident alien foreign nationals. I mean, this is like completely antithetical to what our country is all about and freedom of speech. We do not believe as one. Who would want that? I mean, because you might end up with my beliefs. How are you going to feel about that when that happens? Trump, blah, blah, blah. Strong ideological screening. And here's the other thing. I kind of want to get to this other part. I'm sorry to jump around, but I really want to kind of get to this other part. Hold on. I want to get to the part where he talks about the training program that they've had for that Project 2025. What's it called? Like America's. Wait. Let me see. This is actually like depressing me, so I don't think I definitely can't read this entire thing. But I really highly, highly suggest, especially for issues you really care about and things, go to this website and yeah. But there's this other thing. Maybe it's in my other, hold on. Let me go ahead and do this for a second. Let me go to, oh, I just can't believe it open. Oh, we already read that. Okay, wait. It was the, oh shit, man, where is it? Do 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 do. There was a, I guess I don't have it. I thought I did. Meow, meow, meow. Damn it. All right. Well, not the end of the world. But one of these, one thing I want to eventually cover is, let me come back. One thing I want to eventually cover is that, I don't think it's Project 2025. Well, maybe it is. There's like an institute for like leadership. It's just, the name is escaping me right now. But what they're doing, they have, and I just wonder how active this actual institute is. I don't know if anybody really knows. I should look into it a little more. Maybe I'll do that and we'll talk about it on a Monday show or something. But there's this leadership institute where they're basically teaching, they're basically like indoctrinating or whatever, I don't know. Their new generation of civil servants. So they have like entire leadership programs for people in the administration, and then like Yeah. So they're really and by they I mean kind of right-wing extremists. Let me just put it that way. People who want to take people's rights away, people who want to prop up autocrats, people who want to empower privatization of services, those to me are all right-wing extremists. I don't fuck with the anarchists right now because I mean I don't believe in burning everything down. I believe in radical change. I really do. But I don't believe in burning everything down. It's just not. I mean, that's just the project manager in me. I just can't. I couldn't sleep at night if I did that. But so I'm not addressing you right now, anarchists. I'm talking about the right-wing extremists. Um and the fact that they are like really trying to they did it before where they really embedded and gummed up the works of a lot of the agencies, but this time what I would expect to see is more of a shuttering or severely limiting resources to certain agencies, and then and a much more embedded group of lemmings that do the bidding, because for some reason they think that that either fits their ideological view or want to be picked for volleyball. I don't know. I don't know why people would do that. That's why I find it hard to answer your question, Max, is because I don't understand the worldview where you're like thinking someone's less than. I don't get that. I don't really get that. You know, like I will pay taxes in order for kids to get school lunch. You know, like even though I don't have a child in school, like I just think that's important. I would pay more taxes if I knew kids were going to get quality health, childcare and healthcare. You know what I mean? Like I see no problem with that. I think that's why we pay taxes. I would much rather have that than whatever, you know. But I can guarantee that's not going to happen under any kind of Republican administration because it never has. I don't know if everyone's not been alive all these years, but it's never happened. Not one single positive social program has come out of a Republican led administration unless it was by accident or by the determination of Democrats. And I'm not even like I'm not a party. I don't want to be a party person. I don't want to be a flag. I'm not a flag person. I'm not a nations person. I think nations are stupid in some ways. They're kind of like religion. So I'm not like, oh, go, 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 go. I'm pro people. I want everyone to, if they want to go to Applebee's, I want them to be able to go to Applebee's and have a wonderful time. Because there is really, literally, I mean, I really must make this point. There is one trip around this marble. That's all you get, despite what other people might believe, and that's fine. Go for it. But I'm treating this like I've got one chance. And so I'd rather have a decent appetizer at Applebee's and pay taxes so that there could be quality childcare. And that people are protected from being discriminated against. And that districts are not gerrymandered. And that corporations are no longer people. Because they never have been. So, anyway. So this is a short one, but I'm going to be on tonight with our new book. Where is it? I don't know. I don't know where it is, but it's online. The Ministry for the Future. Thank you, for recommending that new book. It's a novel. It's fictionalized, but it's telling a very serious story about climate crisis, etc. So I'm very much looking forward to this book. I hope it's good, and I mean, I hope you enjoy it. Not that it's not good. It's very good. It's by Kim Stanley Robinson, who's a science fiction writer. I haven't read any of his work. So I'm really excited to read that. I'm really grateful. Thanks him for recommending it. And yeah. So I hope the rest of your Monday is, I hope I didn't depress you, first of all. Don't be depressed, because there's no reason to be depressed. Again, one trip around the marble, no reason to be depressed. You've never been to an Applebee's? I'm going to tell you right now, they used to make some fucking kicking homemade potato chips with cheddar dipping sauce. You can't, I'm sorry. You cannot. Now, they don't have it anymore. Would it make me sick every time? 100%. 100%. But I'm telling you right now, those homemade potato chips, they hit. They hit right. But they don't have them anymore. And I haven't been there in a while. But that's an example. Come on, Max. That's an example. I'm going to come and take you to Applebee's, girl. No, I'm not. I won't make you go to an Applebee's, Max. Get in the car, kids. We're going to Applebee's. Get in the car, Max. We're going to Applebee's. Max, you and I will be those two old ladies. Come on, let's go. We're going to go to Applebee's. I don't want to go to Applebee's. I hate Applebee's. I've never been there, and I'm never going to set foot in there. You can't make me. We went last week, Max. What are you talking about? Max, this is what you and I would be. You and I would be sitting there. Hey, did you guys notice any difference in the delay? Like, I lowered the latency, so it should I shouldn't have been as delayed in responding to chat. I just wonder if you noticed. I can't tell. Anyway. Yeah, have a great day. I'm really glad. Thanks for coming. I really appreciate you guys coming. Max, it's so good to see you. It's always good to see you. But have a really good day, and you know, judge people by what they do and who they are, and how they spend their time on the internet. If you need to judge them on their internet behavior. I do like homemade potato chips. Well, we could make homemade potato chips. I wouldn't make you go to Applebee's to get them. I promise. But it was a funny joke. So thanks. Thanks, Max, for being my partner, my comedy partner. All right, my loves. Again, have a most excellent Monday. Make Monday your bitch. That's what I want you to go out and do. Go out and make Monday your bitch. In a good way. In a non-misogynistic way. By the way, I'm still encouraging my friend. Oh, I hope so. I hope so. I need him. If it helps, I need him. I desperately need him. But yeah, take time. I'm here. I'm just hanging out. I'm just doing my thing. But I wish the best for him, Max. Please send my regards. I hope he gets a lot of love and support and what he needs. It's important. But thanks for mentioning that. I think about him. I think about him from time to time and hope everything's okay. But yeah, have a good Monday. I'll see you tonight. I'll see you tonight for the book. I'm so excited. Oh my God, we've read 2 books. Girl, it is May and we've read 2 books this year. We're literate. We're literate. We're literate. We're literate. All right. Have a great day. I love y'all. I really do. I really do. I love y'all. Let me tell you, I just love y'all. I really do. I mean it. I mean it right now. I'm just telling you, I love y'all. No, I do. No, you hang up first. I'm sorry. I'm in a really silly mood. I'm really hungry. I hope everybody gets something to eat. I'm about to find something to eat. I'm hungry. I hope you're hungry too. Won't you be my neighbor? All right. I think you guys are the best. Goodbye. That should be music. Cue music. I think it takes a minute. How come I can't hear it on my thing? All right. Anyway,